capital, one that raises serious questions about the state of our premier educational institutions and the limits of so-called dissent. Jawaharlal Nehru University, often hailed as a bastion of intellectual freedom, has once again plunged into controversy. Late last night, on the 5th of January, a group of students associated with the left-backed Jawaharlal Nehru University Students' Union gathered outside Sabarmati Hostel for what they called a night of resistance. But what unfolded was far from peaceful protests. In a viral video, protesters were chanting highly provocative and inflammatory slogans targeting Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah, including Modi Shah ki kabar khudegi, JNU ki dharti par, a direct reference to digging graves on the campus soil. This outburst came mere hours after the Supreme Court denied bail to former JNU students Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam in the 2020 Delhi riots conspiracy case, a decision rooted in due process of law. The JNU administration has acted swiftly and decisively. In an official letter to Delhi police, the university's chief security officer demanded an FIR against the involved students, naming several, including JNU-SU office bearers. The administration has condemned the slogans as highly objectionable, provocative and inflammatory, amounting to contempt of the Supreme Court and a serious threat to campus harmony and public order. Let's open this up. Joining us to discuss this is Sudhanshu Mittal, senior leader of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Joyita Basu, editor of the Sunday Guardian, is also live with us. Nikhil Jain, political analyst, is joining us live. Syed Asad Abbas, political analyst, is also with us on the broadcast. Let me begin with you first. Sudhanshu Mittal, JNU is no stranger to controversy, but what do you make of this recent video, this latest video that has gone viral once again for all the wrong reasons for the campus and the university?
I think it is highly condemnable. I'm surprised that there are parties which have termed this as freedom of expression and some have called this as dissent. What has been seen in those videos is shocking. The language which has been used, the contemptuous attitude towards jurisprudence of this country, you know, it is anarchical. The entire attitude is that we are above law, we are above any restraint, we are above anything which guides smooth functioning of a nation. And what we believe is the law of land. And anybody who does not believe in what we are saying must be done to death. I mean, can you imagine slogans like Kabr Modi or Amit Shah teri kabr khudegi JNU mein? I mean, these people must be hauled up, they must be arrested, they must be prosecuted. What kind of mindset and what kind of violent expressions are we perpetrating in this country? I've been a student leader. I've been the president of the Delhi University Students' Union, and those are the days when student activism was probably at its peak. But not this kind of activism which is perpetrating violence, which is perpetrating call for disregarding the law of this land and taking law in their own hands. How can this be permitted? In fact, one of the principal reasons why the bails of Umar Khalid and Imam were rejected was this entire principality. The principality is that UAPA is not only about violence. It is about the whole instigation for disrupting public order, for disrupting normal life, for disrupting civil supplies. It's the disruption to public life, which to the lives of people, that has been the principal reason. And look here there's an open call for violence. There's an open call for donning to death the leadership of this country. I do not know how anybody in his right frame of mind can ever be a votary of this kind of an attitude or can defend this kind of sloganeering as fundamental rights or right to expression. I must remind everybody that constitutionally all freedoms have boundaries. So freedom of expression is not without boundaries. It has limitations. It has framework within which it can operate. It cannot incite violence. It cannot ask people to take law in their own hands. There are boundaries. Here is a set of people who are defying boundaries.
Yes.
In the name of what? In the name of democracy. That's the worst part of it.
Yes. And you know, Joyita Basu, the timing, look at the timing of this as well. It comes on a day when, of course, Sharjeel and Umar's bails were denied by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court's decision was directed by due process of law and the judge's interpretation of law. Obviously, these are individuals who believe that Sharjeel and Umar are wrongly confined in jail. But is this the way to protest a decision of the Supreme Court? Is this the way to try and back what Umar and Sharjeel did by trying to do something similar, something similarly controversial?
Well, Uday, perhaps I think the half-wits, these are half-wits basically, and most of them are anyway way past their university passing out age, and they are all in their 30s and possibly in their 40s, just sitting in JNU and wasting the government's money in the name of research, paying 17 rupees or 70 rupees for accommodation in prime location of in the national capital. So this is the level of these people. But and because they are half-wits, I mean, even these half-wits realize if they raise slogans against Supreme Court, there will be serious consequences. It will be contempt of court. I mean, things might go to court. Maybe they may get hauled to jail. But they know, because they know if they talk about the prime minister, if they talk about the home minister, nothing will happen. That is the reason why they will do this. Because you see, I mean, our country, I would say I would contradict with the earlier speaker in saying taking action against them. No action will happen in this case because these people are too small. These people are immaterial. So that is the reason why all that they will do is they will shout and they will scream, and then they will be saying things that are totally unacceptable, and they will do this knowing because that they can get away with it. All right. I mean, what Sharjeel and all these people they did, it was far worse. So the thing is, let them enjoy the benefits of democracy. Let them make fools of themselves. I would definitely like to see what is their future career path, for example. People like that coming to, say, for example, our newspaper, anybody coming with that kind of baggage, we are not going to hire such people. And that is what is going to happen to all companies. Anybody. Nobody is going to hire these people. So good luck to them is all I will say.
Let me draw you in now. Nikhil Jain, is this a return of the Tukre Tukre gang? Is the Tukre Tukre gang back in the national capital in Jawaharlal Nehru University? Has the Tukre Tukre gang now become the Kabar gang? It was Afzal Guru then. Now for Umar and Sharjeel, they have become the Kabar gang from the Tukre Tukre gang. Nikhil Jain, do you approve of this? What is your view on what has transpired in JNU?
Well, first of all, I've never been a supporter of these sorts of नाराबाजी where किसी का कब्र खोद रहा है, किसी को 50 करोड़ की गर्लफ्रेंड कहा जा रहा है, किसी को जर्सी गाय कहा जा रहा है, किसी को चौक पे जलाया जा रहा है, किसी को थप्पड़ मारा जा रहा है,
भारत के टुकड़े करवाए जा रहे हैं.
हाँ, भारत के टुकड़े करवाए जा रहे हैं. अफजल हम शर्मिंदा. I've never been a supporter of any of this, but let me put out some facts for your viewers. This entire video and this entire charade that was put out by the BJP कि अब भारत तेरे टुकड़े होंगे, इस तरीके के नारे लगे JNU में, that was an absolute facade, as pointed out in a magisterial court inquiry, that the television channels at the time, Z News and others that had ran those videos, those were doctored videos. Nobody actually raised those slogans, number one. Number two, allegations were made against Kanhaiya Kumar, Umar Khalid, and a bunch of other JNU students at the time, and the government of India or any of the prosecuting agencies have not been able to convict anybody so far in those cases. But instead, what happened was you had the BJP MLAs counting the number of condoms, 3,000 condoms in JNU. That is what they were busy doing, because since this government has come to power, it has been a project to delegitimize every institution and university that can be a voice of dissent. JNU in the past was a voice of dissent under the Congress government, under the Bajpayee government, then again under the UP
What about what
government,
happened yesterday? What about what happened yesterday? Do you believe these videos, these fresh videos are also doctored? Do you believe this also never happened? Do you believe this will also not be proven in court?
Uday, you'll have to first of all allow me to complete. Secondly, I don't know whether the videos are doctored or not. If the videos are not doctored, I condemn those slogans. But that being said, I would also condemn the BJP burning the effigies of the Prime Minister of the time, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh in 2012 or in 2022, burning effigies of Sonia Gandhi and Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary. See, like I said, I don't support this sort of politics, but across political lines, this is done. Now, if I come out and say that if you're trying to burn the effigy of a Prime Minister, that means you're trying to burn him alive. That'd be really stupid of me. And this is exactly what the BJP is doing right now. Modi teri kabr khodegi, ya murdabad, ya kale jhande dikhana, ya putle jalana, all of these are forms of protest. I may not personally agree with it, but that
No,
doesn't
no,
mean it
but
makes
by
somebody
saying kisi ki
anti-national,
kabar
right?
khudegi, that doesn't mean it is a legitimate form of protest. How
तो
can you ask for someone's
किसी का
death?
पुतला
How can
जलाना
you
है,
say I will
किसी का
bury
पुतला,
someone in a campus, that to the Prime Minister and Home Minister of a country, and call
first
it
of
a
all, that is
legitimate form
nonsense.
of protest?
No. In that case, कि प्राइम मिनिस्टर का पुतला जलाना ठीक है? To make a cutout of the prime minister and
Sudhanshu
burn
Mittal
it,
responding to
not
you.
even a slogan,
Sudhanshu
burn
Mittal
it.
I
responding to
am
you.
Is
amazed.
that all
I
right?
am really amazed at the perverseness of the argument which is being propounded. And it is only these kind of people who try to legitimize these kind of heinous crimes. These are the
Heinous?
votaries of
I
people
don't know
like
what heinous
Umar
crime.
Khalid. I did not interrupt. I did not interrupt. Have civility. Here is a case of yesterday. And look what refuge he wants to take. He wants to take that somewhere, someday, something had happened and there is this thing. So this is legitimate. I cannot understand this mindset. And I'm very happy that this kind of mindset exists because it is because of these people that a lot of people who otherwise are not reactive to such kind of insanity react to it when they see blatant defense of this kind of insanity. So I am very happy that the Nikhil Jains exist because these are the very people who tell the people at large of this country that there exists a mindset which wants this country to get destroyed, which wants violence to be the answer to anything which is democratic, which is legal, which is within the framework of law.
Okay. Quickly, Nikhil, I need
These
to
are
get
the
inside this
people
at the
who
bus.
want anarchy to prevail. So,
Uday,
Mr.
since I've been
Nikhil
named,
Jain,
can I?
congratulations to you. Please
Respond.
go ahead and defend the indefensible.
So this, since I've been named, let me please respond to it. First of all, I'm not defending these actions. I started by saying that I don't support these forms of protest. But if you call these stupid protests as something anti-national, that's just making a hill out of a mole, right? And what you really talk about violence, Mr. Mittal, what was this? These were ABVP workers or activists admitting to television cameras that they led mobs within JNU, which hit people, bust open their skulls, students as well as professors. And what was the Delhi police doing? Delhi police was busy switching off the street lights till the mob could disperse
No,
as a single
I
action.
don't
They
know
take
what
on
is
this.
the
Nothing
source
What
of
are
these
we
papers.
discussing today? We
I
are
don't know.
discussing what
Are
happened
we only to
yesterday.
are we
The entire
only to
argument
Okay.
is that because something had
then
happened
let's just
somewhere.
Okay.
then
Now,
let's
no, no,
just
now,
No,
now the
stop
onus
this
also
is
on
calling
Delhi
right.
police.
let's not call
Absolutely,
I'm not saying
Nikhil
this
Jain,
is right or
then
wrong.
let's not call into question Umar
Nikhil Jain. The
Khalid,
onus is now on the Delhi
Sanjay
police,
Kumar,
of
JNU or
course.
anything else.
The onus now is on the Delhi police to prove
Then ask
these
questions of
claims,
them.
to take this forward.
Then ask
Absolutely, I
questions
agree
of
with you.
them.
I agree with you.
Then
But by
ask
saying this
questions
is a
of
mountain
them.
out of a molehill,
Umar Khalid and
that
Shahidul
is
Imam have
cherry
been in
picking,
jail for
and that is at the
6 years
end of the
on
day
riot
making this out
allegations.
into a very light
On
issue, which it is not. It is a very
No,
serious
those are
issue.
not
And
riot
Saeed
allegations.
Asadabas,
Sorry. No, they are
What is
not.
not a
They are
right issue
not
is
there
the
for
fact
riot
that six
allegations.
years ago in the
They
national
are
capital
not
you
there for
had
riot
riots. A
allegations.
bunch of people have been accused. A bunch of people have been accused in those riots, and yet the Delhi police or the prosecution has not been able to convict them in a trial court. When it was
The,
Kasab or any other person, the Nirbhaya rapist,
Saeed
anybody
Asadabas,
during the
come in here.
UPA government,
Saeed
anything that was
Asadabas,
given,
come in here.
they
Saeed
were
Asadabas, will
convicted
you
within
start
3
out
hours.
by
6 years
condemning
this
what
guy
has
is just
happened? What do you
sitting,
make at
just
what
hiding.
has
That
happened at
right
the
happened
Jawaharlal
on the
Nehru
8th of
University
September.
campus?
People died.
Do you
I'll tell
believe
you
this
what
is
I
once
make of
again
this.
reminiscent of the Tukre tapes? Do you believe this is something that should not have happened yesterday? Is this a new
Those
law
tapes were
in
doctored.
for
The
JNU? Saeed
Tukre,
Asadabas.
the so-called Uday Saab, the so-called Tukre tapes were found to be doctored, illegitimate. Those were found to be bogus, done by a handiwork of whosoever it may be, to bring in a wrong picture to the JNU. The Bharatiya Janata Party, the RSS, and their ecosystem needs to understand Jawaharlal Nehru University is not just one of the finest in India, but it is revered the world over. Dr. S. Jaishankar is an alumni, a proud alumni of JNU. Nirmala Sitharamanji and various other titans of industries who are ruling the worlds and become CEOs. Second point, Volta once said very beautifully, I may not agree with what you say, but I will defend to death your right to say it. Uday Saab, I've always believed with great power, there's great responsibility and equal accountability. Saying that kisi ki khabar khudna is absolutely wrong, highly condemnable, highly shameful. I will absolutely not advocate for that. But if you ask me, as a citizen of this beautiful country, a sovereign country with its constitution of India, which is sacrosanct, do I have a right to protest? Yes. A peaceful protest is a right of every Indian of this country. Would anybody or the likes of me or anyone make such statements? Absolutely no. But there is a point here. In today's world of AI generated videos, in today's world of deepfake videos, so on and so forth, what is the legitimacy? Do we have a forensic science laboratory report here that this is a legitimate video? What if the members of the BJP and RSS जो खून खोलते हैं, जहर भरते हैं JNU के नाम से and Umar Khalid के नाम से, it could be planted by them?
Joyita Basu,
It could be
respond to
members
that.
of the
BJP and
or-
RSS is
Allow
behind
me to
these
complete my
videos.
point.
They are all fake. There is no tukre tukre gang. There is no cover gang. Says Syed Asad Abbas and Nikhil Jain. Joyita Basu.
Saying I've come 30 minutes into the
Joyita
debate.
Basu.
Allow me
She's
30
quickly responding to you.
seconds.
I'm coming back to you. I'm coming back to you. Joyita Basu.
Seconds. You
is
don't
so
come back,
amazing.
man. That's the problem.
I'm coming back. No, I'm coming straight back to you.
amazing.
Joyita Basu.
Seconds to complete my
I'm
point.
coming straight back to you.
Don't
Well,
interrupt the
Uday.
others. You interrupt
Joyita
us.
Basu. I'm coming
So
straight back to you.
one
Joyita
hand-
Basu.
Uday, while on one hand, you have this gentleman saying, I condemn it.
Of course I
It's
condemn
wrong.
it. Of
Allow me
course I
to
condemn
finish.
it.
I did not interrupt you.
Okay.
While he's
But
saying,
you got
I
two
condemn
times
it,
to speak,
and
sir.
it's wrong.
I was
But
interrupted
it
in
could
my
be
one time.
doctrine.
This is the third time
It
you're
could be.
speaking.
That is your
Mr.
intolerance.
Mittal, this is the third
That is
time
your
you're
intolerance.
speaking.
That
This
is
is
the
unfair.
frustration you have.
This is unfair,
This is why
sir.
you want to take
Three
law in your
times you
own hands.
speak.
You want to be uncivil.
We speak
You
only
want
one
to be
time,
uncivil
and that
because
we
you
are
don't have an
interrupted.
argument.
What
Allow me
kind
to
of
finish
debate
because
is
I did not
this?
interrupt you.
Sir,
only
three times you spoke.
a chance.
One
Okay,
time
okay,
I
okay. I'm
got
coming back to you.
time
I'm coming back to you both.
interrupt.
Sudhanshu Mittal and Syed
This is
Asad Abbas. Just hold
unfair.
your thought. Joyita Basu, and then I'm coming back to Syed Abbas. Joyita Basu.
Yeah, but Uday, while if a complaint is lodged, if an FIR is lodged, it's but natural that the video will have to be examined. There has to be a forensic examination of the video. Obviously, there will be an investigation and it will be found out. It's very easy to find it out whether this happened or not. So there's no point debating it's a fake video and all. And my hunch is that it was not a fake video because it goes with the nature of the particularly the humanities section of JNU. That is that School of Social Sciences or whatever it is called. It's a very toxic place, and especially when you are
A toxic place that gives the top ministers in the country.
Please keep quiet. And it is very toxic
is
in
this?
the sense, I mean, that is where the radical left finds it fuel. So things are changing. There's no doubt that things are changing to a large extent. But long history shows that JNU has been allowed to become the hotbed of left politics. And the thing is that, so this finds a reflection in whatever they are saying.
Syed Asad
I mean,
Abbas.
kapde
Yeah.
khudenge, etc.
Now I think my
That is
name
the
is
nature of
my name has
this
been taken,
particular
so
section.
kindly allow me to speak now. Yeah, Uday. Firstly, I think it's absolutely wrong to say radical left. The same could be said as the radical right. There are enough number of crimes done by right wingers as well. Secondly, let me tell you that the fact of the matter is now who is the vice chancellor of JNU? JNU vice chancellor is appointed by the central government. Why didn't they take immediate action against them? Why aren't these students who made such profane statements? Why aren't they under the custody? What is the Delhi police doing? Delhi police comes under the BJP. Rekha Gupta ji, आप क्या कर रहे हो? Say Ministry of Home Affairs, आप क्या कर रहे हो?
No, so
They
are you
made
calling
such
for their arrest?
statements.
No, Syed Abbas, you want them arrested? Syed Abbas, you want them arrested?
Uday Pratap Singh.
No,
please
do you
hear
want them
me.
arrested?
Can you? I dare you to sometimes please interrupt BJP.
No,
people.
of course
Like
I interrupted
interrupt
Mr.
us.
Mittal. No, I'm sorry. I don't
Hear
accept
me.
your dares. Of course I interrupted Mr.
Hear
Mittal.
me.
I think your ears were blocked then. I think your
My
ears were blocked
time
then.
is
But Syed Abbas. No, I'm asking you a
Don't
clarification.
waste my
I'm
time.
asking you a clarification.
Don't waste my time.
Are you supporting their arrest?
Hear me. If you see,
Are
if
you
didn't
supporting
block
the
your
arrest?
ears, you'd hear me. I'll tell you. Anybody who says khabar khudegi of any individual of this beautiful country must and should be arrested.
Okay.
Also, what I'm saying is the statements made by them is highly condemnable, shameful, and disgraceful. All I'm saying is that the Delhi police must do its duty. The vice
Yes,
chancellor
but-
who's been appointed
Sudhanshu
by the
Mittal.
Bharatiya Janata Party. Now, hear
Yeah,
me, man.
so
Don't interrupt.
I agree with
What
I
kind of a
agree with
moderator or anchor
Sir,
are you?
I
Why do you interrupt
agree with,
us? Four
can I
times
speak?
BJP gets to talk.
What
We
is
don't get
this,
to talk.
Uday?
Can you be fair for
I
once?
really
Uday,
appreciate
Pratap
I
Singh,
Every side is getting to
Can
give
you be
complete
fair
sincerity.
and
answers.
fair?
We are
Or
interjected
don't
at
I
the
interrupt
every
me.
appreciate
second
his
that we speak.
My
sincerity
time
in
is very
demanding the
important.
arrest of these hooligans. I appreciate his sincerity in demanding the arrest of these hooligans. Sir, they shall be arrested on investigation. because the law of the land is once an
these
FIR
Hooligans
is
Why
lodged,
hasn't
it
the
must be
VC
investigated, and then the arrest will take place.
suspended them, sir? Why
So I
hasn't the
would
VC suspended
appreciate,
them?
These
I
hooligans
would
be
appreciate
Why
suspended.
has
your
your Vice
concern,
Chancellor not
and
suspended
I would
them?
really congratulate you for being bold enough to demand an arrest of these hooligans.
Of
Thank
course I
you.
will.
This is what this nation needs.
Of course I
This
will.
nation
These
needs people
hooligans
like
be
you, not to say, "Chiddi meri, padvi meri." पंचों की
But
राय
sir,
सर आंखों पर बट
सर
पतवाना
यहाँ
वही
पे जो ये
गिरेगा।
चैनल का एंकर इतना
तो
इंटरप्ट
हम
करता
ये
है हमको
कहेंगे
गलत है ना
कि
सर?
भाई इनको
आप
तो
लोग को
कब्जा अरेस्ट होना चाहिए, लेकिन
बात करो
but
मुझे और
if in
निखिल
fact-
को रोको टोको
Nikhil Jain,
interrupt
Nikhil
करो।
Jain, Nikhil Jain, come in here. Nikhil Jain, come in
What we
here.
are condemning. Let's
Nikhil,
not
respond to
disguise
Sudhanshu
our
Mittal.
argument in such
Nikhil, respond to Sudhanshu.
polite language.
Okay, Nikhil, respond to
I
Sudhanshu
know
Mittal.
what you have been
Nikhil, respond to
attempting is
Sudhanshu Mittal, and also
I'm
please,
pressing your argument by saying, look, I
please tell me,
condemn it.
Nikhil. No, please tell me, Nikhil. Also, why is it that this is a pattern in JNU? That is what Joyita Basu is concerned about. You were replying to her when she asked you to wait, but that is what she's pointing out. Why is this pattern with this particular university, with that particular department? That is the question I'm asking, and that she's asking.
Uday,
I
Uday,
can
you
give you
have-
the answer. Uday. I've seen this.
Uday,
I've seen this
Uday,
over the last
Mr.
4
Mittal,
decades.
Mr. Mittal, you've already had your turn to speak 3 times. Can you let other people also speak?
No, but why are
Uday,
you all counting? Why are you all counting the others' chances, Mr.
Can I-
Abbas and
can
Mr.
I
Jain?
please-
You don't count your times.
Four times.
Go ahead, Nikhil Jain. Go ahead, Nikhil Jain.
4 times he's
Can I,
given a
can I,
chance. We are
can I,
not.
Yes.
can I please speak? Can I please speak? Uday, can I please speak? Thank you. Thank you, Abbas. So, Uday, that is the point that I started with, that ever since this dispensation has come to power, they have been trying to sully and delegitimize the name of JNU, which, by the way, let me remind your viewers, is a central university. It is run by the central government. The vice chancellor is appointed by the central government. It is funded by the central government. It is one of the top universities of this country as ranked by the government of India. It is the alma mater of the current finance minister of the country and the current foreign minister of the country. The only problem that the BJP has had with this university is that this university has always been a center of dissent. Please tell me, what business did this BJP MLA have in counting the number of condoms? Number of
What are we
condoms in
discussing?
JNU. That
We
is
are
what your
discussing
BJP
the
MLA was talking
slogans
about. You
yesterday.
will just only discuss.
Let us not
Mr.
divert what we are
Mr.
discussing.
Mr.
It is
Mittal,
typical of
you
you.
cannot.
You will
Mr.
never
Mittal,
address yourself
Mr.
to the issue
Mr.
concerned.
Mittal,
Why
Mr.
are you
Mittal,
wasting
you
my
will go
time?
back into
Let's
4
discuss
decades of
what has
JNU.
happened yesterday.
You will go
You
back
have no
into 4
business to waste my time.
Mr. Mittal, this is
Don't
Uday,
waste
this
my
is not the
time.
way to have a
You
debate.
tell me what has happened
interjecting.
yesterday and what's your stand on
You are
that.
interjecting me.
What are you
What
talking
is
about?
this?
We've
Mr.
had that
Mittal,
debate
please have the
earlier.
patience to listen.
Let
Please have
somebody
the
say
patience.
this.
Nikhil Jain, are you
Please
also
have the patience
Nikhil
to
Jain, are
listen.
you
Mr.
also
Mittal,
demanding
please
the
have the
arrest?
patience to
Nikhil
listen.
Jain, will you also
Please have
demand
the
the arrest
patience to
of these
listen.
individuals? Nikhil Jain, will you also demand the arrest of these individuals?
No,
Yeah,
I don't want to
ask him.
demand arrest for I don't want to demand arrest for stupidity.
Okay, he's not
Just because somebody
he's
is
not
stupid,
demanding
I can't
arrest. He's
ask
not
for the
demanding
arrest
arrest.
for the terror.
Miss
Are we
Sudhanshu
going
Mittal, I think that exposes
Are we going
Nikhil
insane?
Jain's stand.
Are we going insane?
One
And
says
no,
I want
Uday,
the
just for a
arrest, the
minute.
other
Just
says
for
I
a
don't
minute.
want the
Just
arrest.
for a minute. Just
What
for a
are the
minute.
votaries
Will you
of the
call
two?
for the arrest of these ABVP workers?
Sudhanshu Mittal, go ahead.
These people went into the campus,
Sudhanshu Mittal, go ahead.
opened the heads of
Discuss
students
that
and
event.
professors. Will you
Call
call for
me and I
their
will
arrest?
discuss that. But we
Will
are
you
discussing
call
what
for
happened
their
yesterday
arrest?
and an FIR is in
No,
place.
you can't.
And
You
I
can't
want the
stop
arrest of all
Nikhil
these
Jain
hooligans
for 4
who
decades and not
demanded
talk about
that
other than
Modi
say, what
और
is this?
अमित शाह की कबर खुदेगी JNU में. I want their arrest. They should.
Mr. Mittal, जाइए ना आप दिल्ली पुलिस के
And
हेडक्वार्टर के
I'm
पास
very,
धरना दीजिए कि दिल्ली
I'm
पुलिस
very
को छोड़
happy
ले.
that the dual face of this authority and this
Saeed Abbas.
ideology has come here on your
Mr. Mittal,
Saeed
you
Asad Abbas.
One
can't have
says yes,
debates
they
in
should be
such
arrested.
silos.
The other says
You
no, no,
do
no,
not
no.
have
This is
debates in
stupidity.
such silos.
Saeed Asad
You
Abbas,
cannot
Saeed
take
Asad
debates
Abbas,
about what
please
happened
go ahead.
4 decades ago.
People
टुकड़े
people
टुकड़े
like
हैं,
Nikhil
this
Jain
क्या
and
है,
his
that
Saeed
है.
Asad Abbas,
But the
Saeid
moment I
Asad
talk
Abbas,
about
Saeed
something
Asad
that
Abbas,
happens, you talk about
Saeed
something
Asad
else.
Abbas.
I'm so
Yeah.
happy
The big question,
that
of course,
their
is
fraudulence has been exposed.
will Zoran Mamdani now
And
shed
as far as
tears for
JNU
these
is
students
concerned,
also
Yeah,
when they
the
are
question
arrested?
is asked
rated
to
as the
me.
best university
Uday,
by
yeah, what
government
is
of
the
India.
question? What
Sorry,
is the-
do not make
What is the question,
misstatements.
Uday? Mr. Mittal,
JNU
Uday has
is
asked the
not the
question.
number one university as
Uday,
ranked by government
Uday,
of
what is
India.
your
Saeed
question?
Asad Abbas,
But don't
Saeed Asad
make a
Abbas,
wrong
why this
statement.
pattern in JNU? Why is this pattern emerging just in JNU?
Because there is a
Why this
specific
pattern in
design.
JNU? Very good. Sir, your name is
40 years
Sudhanshu
back, a
Mittal.
bunch of
Sir, my
leftists
name is
had
Uday.
good-
Please ask him to stop my turn, sir. He's
He
taking
had
my name.
good-
My
leftists
name,
had good
sir.
footing
Sir,
the
your name is
social
Syed Asad
sciences
Abbas.
department and
Okay,
ensure that nobody
Uday,
gets
can I make my
affected.
point?
That's what
there's
Sudhanshu
no-
Mittal and Joyita Basu both are saying, Saeed Abbas. It is a particular department in the particular university which is becoming a den of controversy year after year. Saeed Abbas, why is this happening?
And when the JNU
Now,
Vice Chancellor lodges
Uday,
a complaint,
simple. Why is this been a recent pattern?
Get what the
here
reaction is.
In sir, can I, sir, please,
One
sir?
says
Sir,
police
my name
has
is
not-
Syed Asad Abbas.
they have not,
Uday, moderate this,
the other
please.
says it is
Uday, can you
stupidity.
ask Mr.
Okay,
Mittal to
First, make
okay,
up
go
your
ahead,
mind.
go ahead, Saeed Abbas, we can hear you. Saeed Abbas, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Firstly, I'm glad that you asked this question, Uday. Why has this JNU become this way? Why? So the real question to be asked is to Adarniya Pradhan Mantri Modi ji, who's been the Prime Minister of this country for almost 11 and a half years, 12 years now. The Vice Chancellor is appointed by the central government. The central government is there in power from 10, 12 years. Why haven't they done anything about it? इतना ऐसा and as you say anti-national का समा है JNU में, why aren't
And now-
decisions being taken? Take the decision.
And
The
now,
power
and
is
now
with
the
you.
and now the $1,000,000 question,
Sudhanshu
Joyita Basu,
Mittal.
will, if these
Why
students
don't you ask
are
Sudhanshu
arrested
Mittal?
tomorrow,
You're asking me.
will
I'm
Zoran
not even in
Mamdani
government.
be writing letters to them next, like he wrote to Omar and Shajib?
Now we can talk about Mamdani.
Joyita?
Yeah, Uday Mamdani did not know about these people at all whatsoever. He had no interest. But it seems the parents of Sharjil Imam, they went to the US. They went around,
Umar
lobbying
Khalid's
for their
parents
son.
went, madam.
Umar Khalid, whatever, one of them.
Whatever.
It is difficult to distinguish between the two. One of them. Whatever, one of them.
I love the fake laughters. I love the fake laughters. I think I would invite you to join the film industry. Please go ahead and laugh louder. I love your acting. I love your acting. I see the frustration and then overcoming it by your acting. Please
So
act.
unless and until these people, their parents or somebody related to them, this is the left ecosystem, the Marxist ecosystem, and Mamdani being a Marxist, he will have to pay lip service to his cause. But if you ask me, he doesn't care even a shred for for these people.
Okay.
Can I now finish?
We will be tracking
Yeah.
this story. Okay, 10 seconds to you.
Kwame
10 seconds to you.
हर
10
गोदी
seconds to you.
डिबेट
10 seconds to you.
जरूरी
10
होगा।
seconds to you,
Has this
Sudhanshu Mittal. 10 seconds to you.
JNU has
Mr.
had this
Mittal,
history
sir,
of
you
a bunch
interrupted
of
me always.
these
I
left
asked you today,
lunatics
Zoran Kwame
capturing
Mamdani
the
को
social
हर
sciences
गोदी मीडिया
school.
डिबेट में लाना
They
जरूरी है
ensure
क्या?
that there is no
Why should you bring
student
him in every debate, sir?
with a contrarian
थोड़ा
point
पानी
of view
पी लीजिए, sir.
who would get admitted in
किसकी
80s.
गोली लो,
They
किसकी
ensure
स्टूल
that
करो.
no teacher with a contrarian ideological belief gets appointed. This stranglehold has now been
Sir, why are you
smashed.
appointing
And the
weak
frustration
Vice
of this
Chancellor
smashing
to
reflected
JNU?
about here.
Why do you appoint weak chancellor
saying
to
at
the end of the day- at the end of the day-
he has done.
You are in
And
power.
what the Vice
At the end of the day,
Chancellor
there must
Why
be
don't
a
you
distinct,
discuss
there must be a
standalone
distinction
action?
between genuine form of protest and anti-national slander. And I think that line is being crossed, and it is being crossed too often, which is of course something which must be condemned by all, and unfortunately not all in the panel did today. So that's also something our viewers have to view. And Mamdani, for one of our panelists' information, was the one who waded himself into this debate by writing that letter to Umar. Now, whether he was genuinely shedding tears for his cause or whether that was also something that he was appealing to his ecosystem for is something our viewers can decide. For the time being, my thanks to our guests for joining us. We've run totally out of time.